Yeah, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Cohort 6 Demo Day. Excited to see 7 startup pitches today from different domains, from creator economy to D2C, and happy to share that we'll be rating you on 11 parameters as Team Sarthy plus external panelists, plus even there'll be total of 8 to 10 ratings for you. And based on that, we'll be deciding which startups are ready to move to champions and then followed by angel funding. So without any further ado, the first pitch for today is SQUADRAD. Do maintain time. Someone from Team Sarthy will be pinging you after 9 minutes. So you'll have a total of 10 minutes of pitch and 5 minutes of Q&A moderated by us. Yeah. So over to you, Tushar. You can start a SQUADRAD presentation. Yeah.
Yes, I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, Tushar, you're audible.
I'll just share my screen. Okay. Shall I start?
Yes, Tushar, go ahead.
Okay. So SQUADRAD provides monetization tools which enables creator monetize their community or skill or both in the most affordable way possible. So let us look at the team. So we have Tushar Sawan, myself. I am a BTech graduate from VNIT. I have experience of content manager at a small case where I handle YouTube, where I handle 2 YouTube channel with one around 280K subscribers and another with 115K subscribers. Along with it, I was a digital creator, and on my personal channel, I have a subscriber base of 23,000, and I have switched to now corporate roles, but I have personal experience being a creator, and I am well known. I know what are the pain points for creator basically. So here at SQUADRAD, I am responsible for marketing and creator acquisition. My co-founder Mithilesh Singhe has a software developer experience as a freelance software developer for 6 years, and he also had some CCTV patent which he developed for his previous startup, which did not come to fruition. But now he is working full time for SQUADRAD as a web and app developer. So, coming to the problem, what's the problem in the creator economy? So, in India, basically, so a majority of the artists, content creators, it may be YouTubers, podcasters, or comic artists, they struggle to generate a stable revenue. So why is it so? So first and the foremost thing is the Indian creator economy is very unorganized. Second thing would be the commissions. For example, you can monetize your if you are a YouTuber, you can monetize your content through YouTube ads. So the YouTube ads are very non-reliant and unpredictable. If the market goes down, the ad rate also goes down. So currently they are at the lowest, and also YouTube takes 30 to 45% of all the earnings that a creator is able to generate through YouTube. Third would be if a creator tries to sell merch or courses, he also faces operational or financial challenges. So it is very difficult for him to come up to handle other things rather than making content. He basically wants to just make content, not indulge in any other activity other than that. It is a pain point for him. Also, the creator loses creative freedom to please the platform algorithm. Now you must have seen that on Instagram the reels are prevalent, on YouTube shorts are prevalent. Just to be relevant, if the creator who was not creating reels or not creating short content has moved to creating short content just because to please the algorithm, or he will become irrelevant. Moving on, how can we solve it? The first thing, we need tools and services or strategies that can help the creator generate a stable revenue. So how can we do it? So basically, we need something which will organize and monetize the brand or monetize the community of the content creator. We need to provide more affordable ways of monetization. We will need to develop something which is very operationally easy for the creator so that he can focus on the content. Also, we need something which would be in complete control of the creator. So enter SQUADRAD. So SQUADRAD is a membership cum marketplace platform where creators can generate a predictable revenue through these 4 things. First thing would be a membership. where the creator can give exclusive behind the scene type of a reward or early access to videos to their fans. In exchange, fan can like join the tier, they can pay nominal fees of 100 200 rupees and like monthly subscription kind of a thing, and they can like enjoy the benefits. We have a gratitude wall where fans can like directly support one time as a token of appreciation. No sign up is required there. Then we have a merchandise store where creator just need to give us the design. They have apps like the store can start with zero investment. Everything from production to delivery is taken care by us. The creator just gives us the design. The rest all setting up the store, like even marketing it and helping them market it, and even helping in like coming up with designs, we provide it. Other thing is a marketplace where creator can basically sell their artworks or handmade items or any other type of services. For example, consultancy is there, YouTube video editing is there. If you are a YouTube editor, then you can, on the freelance marketplace, you can sell your editing services to other big creators or companies. So if we look at the services in detail, we have these four things where a creator can make his own page on SQUADRAD. So it will be like squadrad.com/ the creator name, or he can get all these services on his own domain. So out of this four, the three services, the gratitude wall, the membership platform, and the merchandise, it is based on the brand of the creator. But the freelance marketplace, it can be open to like all like basically all people working in this creative field. You can just be a YouTube video editor, not a creator, but still you can like list your service there. You can like hire people, you can get hired. The membership platform, it has a pay per post like facility. You can host courses there, you can run you can run fundraising campaigns if you want, and you can basically make tiers that if you pay 50 rupees, you will get this benefit. You If you pay 500 rupees, you will get this benefits. So that's there. And these are all the details of the services that we are providing. Here are some screenshot of the website that we currently have. This is a like MVP product, and it's like fully functional. And this is like our friend Samanway. He has 80,000 subscribers, and we are testing this platform with him currently. We are in the beta testing phase. So it will look like this. So on the left side, you can see the tiers, and if the post is locked, only members can see. So the post will look like this in that bottom. And these are the back end of it, how the creator will like set up the page and all. He has like full flexibility to set the page however he wants. He can like make tiers from 50 rupees to 5,000, 10,000, whatever he wants to make, whatever like however he wants to evaluate his brand. So now talking about the business model, SQUADRAD takes a flat 10% fee on all the transaction that happens on the platform. It includes the payment gateway charges. There is another set of like uh, the business model, which is on for the merchandise store. We take a fixed base price. For example, let's say we are like selling hoodies, so we will have a fixed base price of, let's say, 1,000 rupees, and then the creator can sell it for 2,000 rupees or 2,500 rupees to his fan, and the profit 1,500 rupees the creator can take it home. And for the products that we don't produce, the creator can list his own products or own services, and if it's a physical product, we will handle the delivery and we will like accordingly charge it. Now let's talk about the market size. So in India, around 467 million users are active on YouTube, and it's not yet in the world top 10. Like in terms of penetration, India is not even in top 10 countries, and in terms of like users, India is like by a very high margin. India is the number one. So according to a report by Kalari Capital and all these the sources that I have mentioned, Indian creator economy stands at $10.7 billion, like out of which 70% of the economy is focused on the brand deals that they do with the influencer. Rest 3 billion is the total like addressable market for these all type of creator tools and creator uh, uh, tools and monetization tools basically. And out of which we have identified the uh, serviceable addressable market as 300 million, and our serviceable obtainable market as 80 million. These are very conservative numbers, and like these will like for sure grow in the future. Let's talk about our competition. So Buy Me a Coffee and Patreon are international competitors, and Tag Mango is one of our like local competitors. So there are few features that we provide, such as merch store and marketplace, and a page to make campaigns and a place to make campaigns, which Tag Mango does not provide. and we also accept all type of payments, and we let the creator host the
Tushar, this is your last minute.
yeah. We let the creator host its on the page on his own domain. So we are positioned as more convenient and like less expensive for creators as well as the fans. So our go-to-market strategy includes like teaming up with 5 to 50 YouTubers and like getting them 300 to 400 paid members. And we will be launching like the next week. So this is our roadmap for future, which includes like building brand by blogs and developing an Android app by like financial like next Q3 of financial year 23-24. And this is our ask, which is 1.55 crores, which will give us a runway of 2 years. And this is the distribution that we are expecting it to spend, and we expect this for in exchange for around 10% for 1.55 crores, which will give us a runway of 2 years. And then after 2 years, we will raise the next funding round, which would be focused on growth. So basically, we are done with the MVP for the membership as well as the merchandise platform. We have to develop the MVP for the freelance marketplace, and that's where the product development and production cost will go, along with like developing the better versions of the previous MVP that we already have. That's it. Thank you very much. Open for questions.
Yeah, thanks, Tushar. Yeah. So good presentation, Tushar, and perfectly on time.
Thank you.
Yeah. So open for questions from the external panelists, Team Sarthy. Anyone? Open for questions.
Yeah, just I have one question. That you have the team size presently only 2 people, or is there anyone else?
2 people, only 2 people, and we are like outsourcing few of the marketing collateral that we make. That's it.
So any user acceptance or test is done with any subscriber, any creator?
So like currently we are testing it so that beta testing it so that there is no bugs and all. And we are in talks with few creators, 3 creators. One is from finance field, one is from booktuber, like YouTuber who reviews books, and one is from lifestyle and social, like lifestyle and fashion. So we would be testing it starting most probably next month. We are in talks. We haven't tested it.
Okay, this fundraising before user acceptance test. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Surya, your question.
Yeah. My question is that you don't have any media experience at all.
Sorry.
How are you going to deal with these artists? How are you going to promote them if you don't understand media?
How are we going to promote the platform?
How are you going to promote the artists? You're not about platform, it's about artists.
Okay, artists.
You're always
okay,
about a platform.
So basically,
if you don't understand
primary
media,
thing,
how will you?
If
you don't understand art, dance, if you don't understand podcasts, how will you promote them?
So first of all, the creator, which is like joining the platform, he already has a community. Our like target creator is someone who has more than 50,000 subscribers or followers on Instagram or YouTube, and it can go up to 1 million, 2 million, 10 million. Like it does not matter. The high number does not matter. So he himself will already have a following, and he will bring users or bring fans from the other platforms to SQUADRAD. So promotion and the user like the acquisition of the fans, the creator is like partly responsible for us. Other than that, we will on our page promote him that this person has joined SQUADRAD. Like you can enjoy his dance choreography lessons, or you can get a part to feature in his videos, like get a shout out from him, something like that.
But why will a person who has 1 million followers come to you? You don't even have any followers now.
They have 150K followers, Surya. They have.
Okay.
He's running 2
150K
channels.
1 million.
150.
Okay, got it. So here we will just divide the creator as a creator who is earning a lot of money. A finance creator with 100,000 subscribers is earning a lot more money than a dance creator with 1 million subscribers, because all the dance videos gets copyrighted and he is not able to make money through his content. To make content, he needs to arrange dance workshop or dance concert and etc. etc. So for him, this would be a direct source of income. So if we identify such niches where the what you can say, the need is more, we can get him. The number of subscribers does not like reflect the amount of money he is earning.
Okay, how many have you done so far?
How many?
How many artists you have on your panel, on your platform?
Currently, we have 3 or 4. We will start testing our platform with. We are in talks. We haven't yet started with anyone.
So no revenue so far.
No revenue so far. We
Okay.
just developed the MVP a month back.
Okay.
Yeah, Ramnathan, are you there? Okay. I thought he's there. Yeah. Any question from anyone else, including other startups? Any last questions?
Girish has one question.
Go ahead.
Conceptually, I know you don't have you haven't started revenue yet, but what would be your, let's say, method, or what is your plan to address disappointment or feedback or complaints from your potential customers?
Potential customers means the creator or the fans of the creator?
Creators. So creators are the customers, right?
Yeah. Creators and like their fans, both of them are our customers.
If fans have a problem, so I mean I don't think you can solve it, but you solve the creator's problem. The creator has a problem. What's the problem resolution plan? I mean, what are you planning to do?
So basically, first 5 to 50 set of users, we will like invite them. They will be basically some mutual contact of mine. So we will get them, we'll talk with them, and then we will like provide this service. And if they come up with any kind of tech problem or any kind of if they come up with any kind of tech problem, I have a co-founder. He is like we can very well handle it. If they come up with strategy problem, then he can discuss it with me, because like I think together we can solve the problem and like, move ahead.
So Tushar, this is fine if it is like talking about 5-10 people, and but when you talk about, let's say you get to a stage where it's 6 months later, hopefully you'll have 100 or 200 people.
Yeah,
you need a process, right?
Yeah. We are planning to expand the team, and we will have the creator partners. Basically, YouTube similarly have these creator managers.
Okay.
That similarly we will have creator partners. One creator partner will handle 4 or 5 creators, not more than that. His full-time job would be to assist the creator.
Perfect. And in your ask of 1.55 crores, you have planned that activity?
Yes. We have. Yes. Hiring key roles, and that includes that.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks, Tushar. So
Thank you.
We can go to the next pitch for today, which is SHARARAT D2C brand. Yeah. Over to you, Avinash.
Sure. Yeah. Hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So thank you, Sarthy. So before I start, there's some food for thought, some questions all of us relate to. That when was the last time our female partner at home had a me time? And do we feel that passion only means that something you wear outside? Or when was the last time we saw our partner really happy and feeling good about herself at home? Some thoughts, we can take back and wonder over them. Yeah. So introducing SHARARAT to you. So simply put, we are a playful, affordable, and comfortable homeware for women. Simple idea, but a very powerful impact it has. With me, I have my co-founder, Shanky. Shanky takes care of the product and merchandising for the company. I look after the business development. I'm the CEO of the company. So we are a couplepreneurs, so we share our life and work together. Both of us carry about 15 years of work experience around retail industry. My experience has been into around the wellness, jewelry, and retail in general. And Shaki has been primarily around jewelry and again wellness. So our mission is that to help women feel more empowered and joyous by bringing back some playfulness to their daily lives by offering practical, fun, and comfortable homeware solutions. So we are in the same age group, the target audiences. So we kind of understand the lifestyle our consumer goes through. So this is over the years, other network mentors and partners we have built. So we are deeply connected in the D2C ecosystem. Some of the leading names in the ecosystem we are part of. Okay. And I'm an alumnus of IIM Calcutta, so we carry those credentials as well. This is some award and recognition we have received over the years. We are a startups. We are a certified startup entity, and some media highlights. So now talking about the innerwear industry, the space we are into. So innerwear as a whole, we have tried to define it here. There is one core lingerie section, which is just bra panty section, and then there are ancillaries. So ancillaries is subdivided into intimate wear, athleisure, and athleisure has subcategory of loungewear, which is your daily routine nightwear and the casual clothing and the active leisure, which is your exercise leisure. So the ones I have tick marked, that's the space we are into. So we have also defined how the industry has evolved. In the 90s, it started getting a bit organized. Then it moved to the education phase where Enamor, Amante, Myntra got launched. And the phase 3, which is post 2011, is the phase where it actually got accelerated when brands like Zivame, Clovia got introduced in the market. Amazon, Flipkart came in a big way. Below is the industry size as per the Red Sea report. That overall apparel industry in India in 2019 is about $75 billion. Out of which women apparel is about $30 billion, subdividing into 7 billion is the intimate wear category. So our insights with this, core lingerie market is very cluttered and competitive. Ancillary market is growing rapidly, especially post-COVID. People were staying home, their requirement for comfortable and work from home requirement, look presentable. And what my dear friend presented just before that, the content economy needs to be supported by looking good, feeling good at home. And ancillary market, we feel will capture about 35% of the innerwear market. So now subdividing it further, out of the innerwear market, it's about 2.5 is the online penetration in 2019, which the trend show it can get up to 10% penetration. So, and the market overall of innerwear should go about 12 billion. So keeping this calculation in mind, this is how we have identified 12 billion innerwear online market. Overall innerwear market, 1.2 billion will be the online market. If we say 35% will be the ancillary market, about 4.42 billion ancillary market. Of that online ancillary market space, we feel SHARARAT will be able to capture 5% of the market, which will give us about like 200 crore of turnover. And these are some insight that how the global trends which are going on, the supply side becoming more technology driven, demand is coming from tier 2 cities as well, and ancillary products are growing. Now, this is the consumer cohort that there is one basic need-based consumer, which is the homely buyer, then some utility shopper who look for value for money, trend chasers who are very, looking after the trend, working people. And then there is a luxury segment. So out of this trend, we feel that trend chaser segment seems most promising with growing working women digitalization. And there's enough room in the market wherein established startups can grow together. We at the moment are in the mid-premium segment. So utility and gradual movers toward trend chasers. Now about a competition analysis, this is how the segment is defined. There are general marketplaces like Tata Click, Amazon, Flipkart. There are fashion-specific marketplaces like Ajio, Nykaa Fashion, Myntra. And then there are offline branded retailers where Jockey and Enamor, they occupy the space. And then there are new age digital-first brands. And this is the space we are into, where Clovia, Zivame, Bummer, and each serves a different value proposition. Now coming specifically to our company. So we target the lady of the house. So this is the routine. We feel that she has different life cycle around her home cycle, daily routine, casual outing, motherhood, sexual wellness, health, and this is the typical profile our consumer has. She's a millennial woman, typically working, or could be a homemaker, tech savvy, social media savvy, you can say, not smartphone savvy. And the problem we have identified that usually their life is very occupied with multiple responsibilities, and she doesn't have time or energy to look after herself and the self-care. So, and she has variety of fashion needs to manage the above life cycle. And that's how the value proposition we have defined, that she has different pain points around functionality, convenience, and satisfactory. And to solving this pain points, Our value proposition is that we want to be the AM to PM digital first D2C homeware brand for millennial women to bring back some shararat in their tedious and busy life by offering playful, affordable, and comfortable homeware solutions. This is our business model. For sale, we want to sell through our direct website D2C and the marketplaces. Our head office is based in Noida, and we already have warehouses across different regions of the country to place the inventory closer to the customer. For production, we work with third-party companies, aggregator like Passionza and some direct factories. We have been essentially bootstrapped till 2021. Last year, we did a small friends family round, and our marketing is very affordable. So our price range essentially ranges from 600 to 300. Certain risk in the market that Reliance has taken over this major brand, which we feel is good for the industry. The overall industry will get organized. That stock is another risk the fashion industry faces. For this, we have made a lot of innovation working with aggregator like Passionza, Ucom, and all. And sustainability is something the future trend. The customer will become more environmental friendly. So for that, we have mitigated this risk by introducing non-polyester fabric, paper packaging, high quality. Our GTM strategy that we want to build Shararat more at the emotional level instead of the product level, the way DFYP has built it. And for consumer community, if we'll be competing with Clovia, Zivame, we can't beat them in price range or the inventory rate. We can beat them in a personalized service. The way Super Bottom has built a community, that's the approach we want to have of a lean startup that are colorful, the name, the lifestyle. We want customer to have a bit colorful lifestyle. So that's where we did our distinction in product. And being a D2C digital brand, we want to be like very convenient and faster online shopping and moving towards sustainable. These are some of the highlights around marketing, which we have done in last 1 year, that we are spending about 14% of our spend on marketing. We have revamped our website on Shopify, built a store on WhatsApp, influencer marketing, everything. And from zero to, we have built the website from 0 to 7 lakh in 6 months period with a blended ROAS of 3.2. So we are working with very strong marketing partners like by committee in digital impressions and all. We cracked Myntra, Jio, Zivame, Pop Club in last 1 year and launched our intimate wear and character merchandising to the last 1 year. We have also tried to get improve our IT infrastructure and may have become more data-driven company. For that, we have OMS Guru and Zoho ERP, and we have built a full-time resource also. These are some of the highlights of the marketing campaign. Now, coming specifically to business, so we have showcased the unit economics of our last September quarter. We did about CR kind of invoice value. Our CM1 was 51%, commercial logistics 19%. So we are positive up to CM3 level, and in the EBITDA level, we are at -50. So our last 3 years sales is that 21 we did 1.32, last year we did 22, and this year we should be doing 4 CR plus, so 100% growth. And the projection that we want to be a 100 crore plus company in next 4 years. And we have improved our average order value from 500 to 1700, and on the way to improve our GMP as well. And we have the basic team structure in place. We have 12 team members full-time in with us, with like second level of leadership also is there in the place. We have moved the business. Earlier we were operating under a partnership, and now we are a private limited company. We have a registered trademark of Shararat in teen classes. And as I said, that we did a raising recently. This is asking that we are looking at 1.2 CR of funding, but more than money, we are looking for soundboard of advisors who can give us the vision that how a 100 crore business can be built. And our offering is to do a convertible round at a 20% discount. And within a year, we want to do a $1 million raise. Okay. And these are some of the testimonial of our customer. So following the time, I just showcase it a little bit. I don't know if sound is there, but I think sound is not there, so just playing the other video.
Yeah, Avinash, you're done.
Yeah, last slide. And
Okay.
these are some of the rating and reviews we have across marketplaces on Google and about us. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Avinash. And Avinash's co-founder and better half is also here in Shanky. Yeah. So we have open for questions for Avinash. Yeah.
Yeah, shall I go first?
Go ahead, Saroj.
Yeah, Avinash, your presentation shows me that you one of the crowded market. So I wanted to see some USP, why you are disruptive, because that I didn't see in your presentation. Because in this, what happens is you find a vacuum void, you actually achieve until a point. Okay, the problem starts scaling up in this, because a USP which is makes you disruptive, that only will help you to scale up. Can you identify and show something which is you are different in the crowd?
Yes. So I think like one thing is that yes, we are into a commodity market, which I think is not a bad thing to have. You know, not everything can be like truly disruptive or innovative. Google, Facebook are built once in a while only. So we are definitely in a commodity market, which makes our TAM really large. Loungewear is a daily need. Only the consumer cohort will differ. Now, coming to the distinction, that will come in our product collection, the design studio, as I said, that you know, we want to have a more very colorful, size inclusive variety in the product, which will give us a product identity. Another strength we will have that we are a digital first brand, which of course many other brands will be there, but still, as I said, the market is growing. We will be growing along with the market. So that gives us an edge that not everyone can get into digital and D2C for first brand. So we will be closer to the customer on that front. Another part is that our team is experienced enough with 14-year retail experience that we and being relatable to that consumer psychology, we understand that space and the pricing and the overall marketing approach. That our name is pretty creative, SHARARAT. So we feel that the way Befu has built emotional level kind of a brand, so around that we can build our brand. So in terms of USP, you can say is that, you know, what's innovative. Okay, but more than that, we feel it's about doing the basics things right, because we are essentially an apparel brand. Okay, we will be introducing practices like, you know, making more sustainable, doing some sustainable fabric like bamboo fabric.
So in a nutshell, you are efficient compared to others, huh?
Yes, that's what we want. That we want to have a lean, startup and working on, the industry problems like, dead inventory is a major problem. How do you include how can you introduce your mind to market?
Anyway, I don't want to take much of your time. Just to find some differentiation which will help you in branding and also scale up. Okay, maybe
Sure.
the next guy can have some questions, please. Yeah, go ahead.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah, any questions?
Okay, this is Chetan.
Yeah.
So I got two questions. First question is that the production of your clothes is outsourced to small units. Is my assumption right, or is it in-house?
It is outsourced. Some are established units, some are small factories.
Okay, so what's your process to make them feel wanted, to feel special, to remain loyal to you?
The suppliers partners, right?
Yeah.
Yes. One for maintain relation with supplier is, I think, primarily two things we focus on. One is to how often can we give them a repeat order, and the other is the timely payment. So instead of working with 10 different suppliers, we prefer to work with 2-3 core suppliers and giving a regular business to them and increasing our credit cycle and all. That's the principle we have followed, which have been working very well with us. Whether it's like established aggregator like Fashion the UCO or even with small factories. So
Okay.
we work with these particular.
The second question is, what is the return policy?
So like for marketplaces, we follow the marketplace has their own defined policy. For our own products, we have about 1 week of return on our loungewear and maternity wear, comfort wear range. For intimate wear, we do not offer return policy. Only the exchange is allowed with particular reasons.
So 1 week is less than 14 days that marketplace offers.
Yes, typically earlier they used to have 1 month period, but now they are gradually moving it to a week to 14 days. Also, they are making it more stringent for customer also to return.
So you think your customers will be happy with 7 days when they can get 14 days in a marketplace?
So that's something like we haven't faced too many problems around that, because usually the return is something that if customer has to return, they The genuine customer typically return in 3-4 days itself. That's what our understanding. It's only the mischievous customer that who have some occasional requirement, want to wear it and have that they would be little, with that. But otherwise, 7 days is good enough. Even many of the marketplaces are also moving towards 7 days return policy.
Yes, had a comment, Avinash, that 1.25 crores won't change anything in the business. It was too low for kind of scaling up a D2C brand.
Absolutely, I agree. So as I said that we want to, phase out our fundraising in 2 phases. In this phase, we want to do a convertible round of 1.25 to primarily improve our monthly run rate and then go for a valuation round within a year. For that, we want to do a 1 million raise because we want to, get a better valuation for which we are targeting that we want to get into a monthly run rate of 70 lakh to 1 crore. That time we do a convertible.
Any debt on the company as on date?
Yes, in our previous company, when we were bootstrapped, we had some OD and all going on. So it's about like there is a bank OD and stuff.
Okay. Right. Any other last question from anyone?
So just to go back on the same question, so would this 1.25 be enough of a runway for you to sustain for a year?
Yes, it is. That's we have worked. We have a CFO also on board now as a question. So we have a projection in place. And since we are a running business, so we have sale receipt also coming in. We don't want to be just a valuation company where everything is depending on better valuation. We want to become a fundamentally sound business. And as I mentioned that our average order value has improved. Our D2C has started giving returns and our GP is also moving on. So our sale receipt will also be there to support our cash flow requirement. Then besides, we share good relationship with RBFs like Velocity and all. So as and when required, we do take that fund also. So we are good enough with for a one year runway and to touch the revenue milestone we are aiming at.
What is the repeat order rate out of 100 turnover? What is the repeat turnover?
So on marketplaces is frankly difficult to assess. So I can give the data of my 7 months of experience on D2C website. It's at the moment is 10%.
10% of your business is coming from repeat.
Yes, for my D2C website.
Which is comparable or is it much lower to others? Or you don't know because your marketplace data is not available? Okay.
Yes, it is definitely lower, but we are pretty positive that from 0 to we have managed to build it to 7 lakh. So with time, more attention marketing strategy, we should be able to get it to like 30 to 40%. That's the target.
One question is where your market is coming from, the partners and with you D2C. Is it urban, metro or rural?
Primarily
metro.
Yeah, primarily metros, metro towns. Yeah, that we have the data to back it up. Yeah.
So for metro towns, the problem is mostly nuclear families. And in the why it's not coming, I'm saying is because in joint families, they cannot wear SHARARAT. Your good brand name.
Comfort wear requirement is of everyone. Whether
comfort is fine. I'm saying you're looking at the USP is your SHARARAT. That is not going to happen.
The intimate wear. So again, I would say so. This SHARARAT, the intimate product category is actually a bedroom product, not a complete house product. So bedroom SHARARAT can happen, sir. No, but
bedroom SHARARAT happen. But the clothes get washed and hang in the clothesline. They are so the bahus will be very ashamed to hang it out.
I don't know. That could be you can say, but the way bras and panties are used. So I'm sure there are way arounds. Families can.
The bras and panties are standard products. But if you have a SHARARAT brand with more exposure and all that, it's difficult to explain to in-laws.
Okay. Interesting. Perhaps we'll have to find a solution around that for the drying up because otherwise we are giving a packaging and stuff also where they can keep the product differently. But it's a good insight. So our product team or our marketing.
So maybe that's why you're not getting any sales from tier 2, tier 3. Much more market is there.
True.
You have to figure that out. So tier 2, tier 3, you have to focus on comfort and access to e-commerce.
Right. Like one feedback we get normally from the market that our brand has a potential to become an Indian version of Victoria's Secret, more toned down, a bit desi and accessible and stuff. So yes, if you want to do that, these insights will definitely help. That how do we reach out to?
So on lighter vein, Victoria's Secret now is in bad because of internal.
Bankrupt. Told him that last time.
So don't even quote that in the next.
He told him exactly that. And Other way to look at it, Surya, is the metros are largely moving towards nuclear families, right? So maybe it will not be such a big an issue in terms of where will they put it up and stuff like that. So it's a behavioral thing that's happening.
Market, but I agree, metro is a good market, but will that alone be enough for him to grow to 100 crores?
Exactly. So that's the question that I also raised last time, saying that are we really restricting to metro, or how are we going to plan that?
Yeah, so I think it's more that we want to create the aspirational level. So once the aspirational level is there with D2C and digital first distribution, the distribution will definitely be there to tier 2 and tier 3 towns. It's maybe on the marketing front that we need to target them a little differently on that front. So I think
There's one advice I'll give you, that in my experience, I dealt with 2 people who were in the similar fashion. Actually, they wanted to grow also step by step. So it was very difficult until sometime they could grow until 2 crore, 3 crore, 4 crore. Only the problem came because they wanted to grow step by step, because you are a very crowded market. You have to take 2-3 steps. Okay. So if you want to target 2-3 markets, 2-3 segments, and just have to very specific, very target oriented, then only you can capture. Otherwise you will hit the roof after 2-3 steps.
Okay.
Fine. Yeah, we are ready to go to the next one. Thanks, Avinash and Shanti. Thanks. Yeah. So the next pitch is from not a cohort 5 startup. So Living Things, over to you. You can share your demo.
Sure, Girish. Thanks for
Go ahead.
invite. Yeah. I'm just sharing my screen. Yeah. You guys can see me, right? Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Madhu, we can see your screen.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. I am Madhusudan Naik. So we guys are an incubator at IIT Bombay, and we are building India's first schooling management platform. And this is my core team member, me and Salil. He's from same college, BNIT Nagpur. Mr. Pai is from IIT BHU. He leads our hardware team. He has 4 decades of experience in hardware. Mayank is from my alma mater only, and he is taking care of entire business development for our current segment. Shivani leads our technical, and Sarthy is the one who takes care of the entire production setup here. And we have got few initial investors and mentors who have helped us to take the team to the next level. Mr. Uni is also part of our board right now, one of our directors also. And since he and his former MD of Thermax, he understands cooling really well, and he has supported us all the way around in product development, having our first few pilots, and now right now into our. So currently, I can say that we're just from last 2 quarters we are revenue based, and I'll just take you to the problem, and then later on I'll tell you like where we are in terms of our journey. So if you see, 70% of the electricity bill, which is actually part of any business space, is air conditioning. And this air conditioning is responsible for 10% of global energy consumption. And globally, 10 billion ton CO2 carbon emission has been done, in which 1 billion ton alone is contributed by air conditioners. So we saw this problem, and we thought that like, why don't we create something where as the energy demand is increasing, and we can create a solution where the business can actually, and on a scale, if you see the volume which we have for a business, that's a bigger problem. They have to improve their bottom line. And on the other side, they're also always looking for a solution like this. So we created a whole platform. We have got a node also, which goes on the ACs, irrespective of any brand, any model of split and unitary ACs. Our device is able to, we can control the air conditioners from anywhere. And on top of it, we have got our own e-saving algorithm, which is our proprietary algorithm. That is the uniqueness, where we can actuate our AC based on the learnings. When I say based on the learnings, it is the ambient condition and outside weather condition which comes into the play, and that is helping the AC to take its right decision at the right time. Yeah. And we have also right now, like if you see till the data, whatever web deployment we have done, we are 25% more efficient than 5-star ACs. And we have started building one more important part for business where they can track the health of the air conditioners also, and you can directly go to the partner rather than coming into the customer. So this is something what we have created a solution from scratch. I'll just take you to the demo right away, because I feel that and giving the demo is much more better than things like whatever we have delivered till now. So this is a web app for a particular customer. Any customer can just go into the AC, okay, and they can have a remote access. So this is something particular customer's dashboard. We can have multiple air conditioners together. And this is our energy dashboard. Okay, the similar goes into the customer also. So I'll just take you to one of our installments. So currently we are there in 4 locations in India. One is Bombay, Kochi, Gujarat, and Kolkata, right here. So I'll take you to one of our location at Kerala, Kochi here, where you can clearly see we have got 2 modes. One is inactive, when the device has been running, okay, without any algorithm. When we say the algorithm is active, that time our exact energy is been done, and our device has got an e-metering inside the device. That is also one of our innovation internally. We realize the e-metering cost is really high. Why don't we bring down and turb it into a small form factor device? Well, that's important, because when you have to show ROI, it has to be cost effective to the end user. Okay, so so if you see energy consumption without our product is 29.36, and when it is the energy consumption, it is 17.64. It's a clear SP for like we have saved almost 10 units per day per ETM for a particular consumer, and this is something you can clearly see that we have also helped them to quantify the carbon footprints on that particular location. So this is a quick demo like where we are, and this is one of our data we have saved one of the Kotak ATMs 40% of energy, and this is our pricing model, that is 4,000 per annum per EC. Currently it has been evolved right now, and like now we have charging around per month we have gone down 700 rupees per month per ETM. That's a pricing model which we are giving right down to the few partners here, and these are a few of our customers: Kotak Mahindra, RCF, Government of Maharashtra, is the IIT Bombay, and active engagements: Bank of Baroda, Federal Bank, and Equitas. And to be honest, like from last 2 quarters, we have doubled down only on the banking sector, only banks and ATMs as of now. And we have just not doing many things right now and focusing, and which has helped us to build up revenue also quickly here. And this is market size, if you say, from an overall global perspective, it's $146 billion market. But currently only focusing on that B2B spaces, that is 20 million is our market size, and in which we have only focused 20 million ACs, in which we only focused on the cooling spaces, that is $1.3 billion. Yeah, I'll just take you to the, sorry, yeah. And this is our competition grid. A few players who does many things on air conditioners, the central air conditioner, but we as a player only focused on the unitary air conditioner, because we understand that it's very difficult for a biggie to come and do it for a unitary AC. There will be Schneider, Siemens, they'll do it for central air conditioners, but who is going to take care of the unitary ACs? So we focused ourselves there because we understood that is an important segment and an untapped part of the air conditioning as of now. And this is our go-to-market complete plan. Currently, we are focused on banks and MSPs. We are also tying up with maintenance partners, and we have also in words with the manufacturing companies where we can embed our device itself and white label a platform to them in the long run. And we have also started doing collaborations with energy auditors and distributors also in the long run. So this is our plan, a plan to reach 1 lakh deployment in next 2 years. Okay, and this is like something which we aspire big enough that we are going to create $100 million platform in the next 5 years. And right now, if you see from an SDC perspective, we help to mitigate 320 kgs of CO2 for each ACs annually. And right now we are reaching around 3.5 crore, that's $500,000. Okay, like 4 crore roughly around to scale ahead. And we have also raised money for few angels friends, and we also got DST seed fund and some kind of another support from the government also. We've got a grants also, few grants also. The idea for this fund is that to current our MRR is somewhere around 5 lakhs. We want to take it to 25 lakhs MRR, then take it to the next level. Yeah, and then we go for a bigger race where we actually are also wanted to launch the few companies where we can launch independently also. So that's go to market. We can discuss it much more deeper when we go to the next time. Yeah, thanks. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, short and sweet, Madhu. Yeah, thanks.
Sure, thanks.
You have open for questions.
Girish.
Yeah, open for questions.
Yeah, Madhu, I have a difficulty because why you need funding? Because I can't, because on site go they need annual maintenance charges and all, they raise a lot of revenue, you know, and they support this IoT platform. And you are supported with ESG, you will get a lot of bank loans, you will get something. Why you need equity funding?
So idea, if you see, Saroj, like what I exactly see in this space, you have to scale up faster. Okay, you cannot be just doing it that way. Okay, we have been proven 3.5 years in this market. Since we launched it like 1.5 years back. Since we're doing only R&D on that, how we're going to do saving energy, how we're going to quantify. but what I feel is that there are a lot of things which we are still not able to do it. It's like we need to actually hit 25,000 ETMs in next like almost so we have to increase our sales force, we have to increase our supply chain. So that kind of scale up still has to be done, and we have to reach to a run rate, then only we can go to the next step. Yeah.
So can you not get some clarity yourself? Just split the 3.5 crore. How will you spend in next 12 months to 18 months? Get clear on yourself. How will you spend and what is the basis?
So I'll tell you. I've got to
just you do yourself. You do yourself. You are very bright enough to know this. But I felt that your kind of entity may not be, because your USC supported and also tested model and 1.5 years of experience, and it's a clear economics dynamics is showing that there, and more the corporates, more the SEs are used, more the energy saved, and you are also showing the algorithm of proving that how much cost you have saved. Everything is you are showing, but I only don't understand why you need anything. That's it. Anyway, you just work on that, you will get clarity.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Thanks.
One quick question. Do you have any IP?
Yeah, in that sense, we have got an IP actually. So we have like filed a couple of
filed by IP.
Yeah, filed the IP. Yes.
You have got the numbers, parity numbers only, not the final IP.
Yeah, sorry.
You have filed the final IP application or only the?
No, we have got. So we are filing it in bits and pieces actually. So we've got 3 patents filed, because it's not better always to get all the things one in one patent and you get it as a process. So we are doing it for 2 to 5 types of filing. So there's a different strategy we are going through. Okay.
So it's a provisional IP or is it a?
It's currently one is non-provisional, 2 are provisional.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in India and abroad also, or only?
Both. Non-provisional.
PCT. PCT.
It's not. Yeah.
We didn't see any benchmarking slide, Madhu. So you're saying competitors, there will be competitors, including the manufacturers, so to say. ACs are becoming smarter. So earlier there used to be so many accessories in the car. You used to go to the car mechanic, and as soon as you bought a new car, then car manufacturers became smarter and they put it inside. So don't you think that's the?
So I think that there is something which is there for us, is that we are open to work with OEMs, but not with tier 1 OEMs. I know they've got everything. Okay, so they're not the right fit for us. We'll actually go to guys who have got somewhere around the market share is somewhere between 50,000 to 70,000 kind of every year. So if you see the overall market size in AC selling is 16 lakhs, in which and no player owns more than 14% of market share there. Okay, so we want to focus like who sells 1 lakh, 1.5 lakhs.
No, my question was AC is becoming smarter and therefore your product being inbuilt. That was my question.
Yeah. The ACs are definitely becoming smarter, and we hope that we embed our device as soon as possible with an OEM.
Yeah. Right. But you can monetize your IP quickly before they invent it themselves is my submission.
Exactly. Still trying, Girish. Would love to have some connection in this forum if they can get us to the right room. Okay, so I'm open to have that conversation also. Yes.
Okay, fine. Sure. Yeah. Any other questions?
One segment I saw missing in your market. What about the mid-size hotels? Most of them have unit ACs.
Yeah, I think so. We are actually more efficient where the run hours are consistent and more. Okay, so that, and there was something there in hotels. If you see, still we are not up to that mark where they've got almost 1 room weekend and they've got to spend on all the devices. So the cost benefit analysis is yet to figure out. So to be honest, we have not opened that segment. So that's the reason we need money actually. Okay.
So do you have a device by which you can do 3-4 rooms together, 1 unit?
No, actually.
That's a good one to think.
Yeah. For that also we need money. Yeah.
So Madhusudan, I have a question as an investor. One of the likely things that can possibly happen is a OEM offering you to buy out at some point of time. What's the game there?
Happy to come along. Not a problem. Yeah.
Happy to.
Yes.
So
completely happy to. Yes.
You are going to put that as a disclaimer for your investors when you're raising funds.
Yeah, completely. Happy to. If there is a deal which they can also make and we can also make money, then that's something open for it. Yeah.
Any last questions for Madhu?
Just one, what is the unit economics? How much money do you make as a percentage to sale?
So typically, if you see, we have got a 3 years contract. Okay, in 3 years contract, we recover our money in a month, in a year. Okay, and then
66%.
Yes, gross is 66. Yeah,
Huh?
yeah, yes, roughly around that.
That's a very healthy margin.
Yes, but so that's the reason we took time. We actually innovated more on the hardware side where our unit economics is there. So we took time to launch. That's something. Yes.
And do you have a manufacturing unit or is it outsourced?
Outsourced completely.
Okay.
OEM partners are there.
Oh, okay. And how do you maintain a relationship with them? How do you know they won't sell your secret to somebody or manufacture to somebody else?
So our secret, if you see, Chetan, it's majority on the side of algorithm. Okay, we just see the device and something. Let them take, not a problem. But the idea is the configuration of the air conditioner, then bringing it on the cloud, the process. It's a highly tedious thing, and then you have to learn it, and then the algorithm has to be activated. Yeah.
Okay. So as a percentage of work that's being done, it's the software is the larger piece than the hardware.
Yeah. So that's the reason, Chetan, if you see, we claim ourselves a platform more since hardware was in our DNA 1.5 years back. So, but still we give a thought that why it has to be plug and play tomorrow. It cannot be like that. The platform has to be more accessible. If you see, if suppose LG also comes in, LGs can white label it completely, our platform, and they can just give it to their end user. So that's the play at the end. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Madhu. Thanks for the
thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks,
over to you, Roshni.
Thanks.
Yeah. Roshni from DFYP. Yeah, Roshni, you can share your pitch.
Okay, everyone is able to see the full screen?
Yes, Roshni.
Yes. So hello, everyone. Presenting to you Done For You podcast. We are a full service podcast launch and management company for brands and business owners. What we do essentially is we are providing the perfect media marketing mix for small businesses. Why we are doing that? Because in today's day and age, every business needs to have a digital presence across multiple channels, aka visibility. They also need media mentions, PR, advertising, which builds credibility for the brand. And last but not the least, there has to be an integration of thought leadership, telling of brand stories, which builds the trust with their end consumer or customer. Currently, how the businesses are establishing this visibility, they are leveraging social media channels, blogs, emailers, YouTube. All of these channels come associated with their set of challenges. Talking about media, this has traditionally been very expensive. I mean, television, print media, radio, event sponsorships has always been outside the marketing budgets of a small business. The cheaper version, which is the digital ads, did come in, Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads. They did promise volumes and quantity in terms of leads, but the quality of those leads and audience is always a question. And experts and marketers say that a brand should always have thought leadership and storytelling incorporated as a long-term business building strategy. And that is something which is very important in the digital age of brand building, because your consumers and customers are watching you, judging you, and observing you for a long period of time, and only then they are trusting you enough to buy from you. And all throughout this process, you have to nurture and engage with them consistently through thought leadership and storytelling. Now, if we talk about small businesses, it is a huge challenge for them to do all of this thing, right? And that's why we bring in podcast as a business tool for small businesses because podcast is a self-owned audio media channel with low production costs. What is a self-owned media channel? Podcast is a democratized way of having mass media. It's a broadcast medium. And marketers always say that a business should have both pull and push strategies of marketing in their business. So while social media is the pull strategy, podcast and media is the push strategy. And amalgamation of both can give the desired business results that a business owner is looking for. The added advantage or benefit of producing audio content is that it can very easily be repurposed into micro contents and then be filled into different kind of platforms and different formats that every content channel has. So in a nutshell, what are we solving for a business owner? Twofold problem. One is that we are making the expensive media presence more affordable for business owners. And secondly, we are taking out the overwhelm from the entire content creation and distribution piece. What's our solution for it? We are helping our clients with the creation, distribution, production, and marketing of podcasts to help their business grow. There are three aspects to our services. First is the launch and management, which is our in-house capability with a team of experts, strategists, creative podcasters to work on the concept of the podcast and how it aligns to the business objectives of the business owner. The second aspect is content repurposing. Currently, we are doing a mix of technology and human skill to do this aspect of the business. But in the long run, this will entirely be technology driven. I will be exploring a little bit more in the presentation further. And the third aspect is performance marketing, when the business decides to give an amplified push to any particular platform. Then we can help them give that boost to the particular piece through our pool of partners and collaborators. But who are we to even talk about podcasting? I'm Roshni Baronia. I come from a consulting and coaching background. I am a podcaster myself, and I have been mentored by global podcast industry experts in a global podcast accelerator. And I have been in my 14 plus years of experience as an entrepreneur, extensively worked with small business owners because in my first business, I was an e-commerce owner, a founder. And in 2016, I moved into sales and business consulting, working exclusively with women small business owners. Done For You podcast is my third business. I am also having a very small and lean creative team. Rohit Kokane is the creative director who works on the show concepts. He is a very successful podcaster himself. He has been shortlisted for the Indian Podcast Awards recently this year. We have a very small and lean remote team, which we are having across India. The audio engineer is full-time, rest all of them are contract-based part-timers. We are being advised by the Sarthy mentors, and our entity formation is still in progress because we are very new right now, just 8 months in. But before even talking about making of podcast, who is even listening to them? Where is the audience and who is this audience? India specifically is seeing 34% year-on-year increase in podcast listenership, and it is the third largest consumer of podcasts after US and China. But what relevance does this hold for a business or a brand? Because when a business is trying to create their space on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or all the channels that are already available, they are fighting against a huge pool of business pages already present there. Podcast, in contrast, provides a very untapped place where they can have the early mover advantage and get access to this very audience. Adding to the relevance of the audience here, this is a very recent report done on the Indian podcast listening space. And as you can see, 38% of the podcast listeners are above 25 years, which is a demographic that has a very good purchasing power, which is a good news for brands and businesses. So coming to the making of the podcast and what market is there for podcast creation. So just let me take a minute to help you understand what exactly is on audio content and how it is currently being done. Audio over the top content creates of multiple things. It consists of audio books, audio stories, podcasts, and music. Podcasts in specifically are 12% of this entire audio OTT market. And we want to capture the branded podcast category. What is a branded podcast category? Podcasts are produced in two formats. One is user-generated content, which many platforms are bringing in content creators to create podcasts. For example, you might be hearing names like Gaana, JioSaavn, Pocket FM, Khabri, Kuku FM. These are all platforms which produce content. Content is the product which they monetize through subscription and putting it behind a paywall. Professional generated content, which we are targeting, is where we are leveraging content as a tool to grow the business and sell the existing product, program, or services. So the technical term for this kind of content is branded podcast. So branded podcasts are one of the three ways of creating podcasts. There are three main genres of podcast: entertainment, education, and news and journalism. So education is the place where we are wanting to be the market leader. These include genres like business, leadership, marketing, management, spirituality, wellness, health, and so many more. So we want to be the early mover in this category, and our serviceable market is $100 million. Who are we serving with this kind of proposition that we have? We are serving individual creators, coaches, consultants, solopreneurs, subject matter experts, because post-COVID, there has been a huge influx of solopreneurs and creators. Small business owners, because we believe that India has a huge potential and a huge presence of small businesses. And thirdly, the mid-tier brands and startup owners who are always curious to find innovative ways of marketing their business. When we create a branded podcast, what are the kind of
This is your last minute.
you can expect? Of course, access to audience and new audience and various other business objectives. We are in the process of productizing these, so we are able to give you quantified results and outcomes that the brand can expect. What's the current GTM? Full disclosure here that I have been the only person who has been working into bringing in the clients through my tapping into my personal network, conducting workshops here and there. But going forward, we want to get very intentional about our marketing and the sales strategy that we have for each of the customer segments. What is the current traction we have? We are having a pretty straightforward agency model as of now. I know the numbers are very small, but the positive thing is that we are unit positive and profitable from day one. Going forward, we want to bring in the support of team and get aggressive on our marketing, because our intention is to, in first 2 years, capture the biggest market share of this branded podcast category, and then integrate more of technology in it. So the second aspect of our service offering, which is content repurposing, will be entirely tech driven. Currently, we will be taking enterprise solutions from few of the tools and softwares already available in the market. But in the second phase, after 2 years, we want to develop an in-house technology for doing that. What's our ask? Ask is the run rate for the next 2 years, so that we can become the go-to agency to create branded podcasts. And we want the support of our early believers. Majority of the spend of this fund will go into building of the team and intentional marketing. But yes, technology will become a very major piece of this entire business, because we want to move from an agency model to this being a media tech platform for brands and businesses. And that's all from my side, and we are open to questions.
Can you give an example of a branded podcast?
Yes. So like my own podcast is the Sales is a branded podcast. Then our clients podcast, Brave Marketing, Business Veda, Then we have in service of your potential, which is done by a leadership coach. So the objective all of these people are having is about personal branding, telling their expertise, showcasing their expertise, and then creating their credibility in the market.
Do you have any editorials kind of equivalent?
Editorial?
Advertorials.
Advertorial.
Equivalent in podcast?
Where you get paid, like in videos, you get paid for talking about.
Oh, the platform starts
Yeah.
paying? Oh,
No, not the
no,
platform.
so
The brands kind of pay the podcasters to talk about their brand.
Yes,
Editorial,
yes,
editorial.
yes. That is happening, very much happening. Because there is an access to a huge number of audience, brands are partnering with successful podcasters to get into the pre-roll, mid-rolls, and work on CPM basis, very much like any other media platform.
Yeah, it's a nascent industry, but it's a vertical. Like PR also kind of has grown so big today. PR is bigger than advertising. People say that it's all about PR versus advertising. So that way also it's a new medium, so to say, to reach out to your audience, be it as a self brand or as even a product brand.
Yeah.
More questions from anyone? Yeah, Saroj, you are mute.
Saroj, you are mute.
Yeah, no, I said every podcaster is a brand. That's what the claim. And why you differentiate? You are a branded podcaster.
Yes, exactly. So there are two ways of looking at it. First is branding for your own self, where if I am a coach and a consultant, I am the business and the brand myself. So it will be called a personal branded podcast. Vis-a-vis, if you are doing it for business branding, then the highlight will be more on the business and the brand. And maybe then you can bring in a content creator or an influencer. He or she will be the spokesperson of the podcast, but the business or the brand is sponsoring that podcast. So those are called sponsored podcasts. But
can you not
branded podcasts essentially are for business.
No, can you not have a very sharp tagline to describe your brand? If to describe your brand, you have to take so much of sentences, it won't get the market penetration.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody before said that our brand is SHARARAT, the name. Okay, so if you want to create a brand, just 1, 2 sentence, 3 sentence, we are different. That is why our brand. Instead of getting into definition.
Yeah. So that's what we started with, that it is the perfect media marketing mix for a small business.
Okay, something like that, very sharp, you can think through properly. Might help you to target the customer and spend the money you raise on that.
Okay, sure. Point taken.
Yeah, any last question? No? Okay. Fine. Thanks, Roshni. Yeah, we move to the next presenter, which is Shaft Energies. Over to you, Manish. Do put your ratings on the evaluation sheet, everyone. I'm seeing most of you are doing it. Yeah.
So, Giri, just a stupid question. The rating will get saved as we write, right?
Yes, it gets saved.
Can you see my screen, sir?
Yes, we can see your screen, Manish.
So Shaft Energies is an entrepreneur venture started in 2018 with a thought to bring disruptive energy solutions to the market. Our aim is to provide best-in-class lithium batteries for various applications of electric vehicles. With 5 years of market experience and R&D, we are able to understand lithium battery chemistry and its life cycle better than new players in the market. They need to protect the environment from the pollution, and we are working towards maintaining the supply chain of electric vehicles. There are already many electric vehicles manufacturers in the market, but there are only limited number of manufacturers who are maintaining their supply chain. So like we are backbone of the electric vehicles manufacturers. We are helping in fulfilling the energy demand by providing lithium battery packs for energy storage system. So we started our journey in 2018 in a co-working space with the trading of lithium batteries. Then in 2019, we started in-house manufacturing of lithium battery packs for different applications like e-cycles, e-bikes, and e-rickshaws. In 2022, we have already manufactured more than 1,000 battery packs. In 2021, we have almost completed the warranty cycle of our battery packs. In 2022, 5,000 plus battery packs were manufactured by us. And recently, we have also started manufacturing for golf cart, water boat, energy storage systems, and some other electric vehicle applications as well. So this is our core team. I am the founder and CEO, and I have 6 years experience in sales and marketing. And Rohit Bhardwaj is the co-founder, and he has around 10 years of experience in operations and purchase, and he's taking care of supply chain management and operations of the company. We are glad to have Sarthy Venture Partners as our mentor. So these are some of the recognitions that we have got from different articles and different platforms. So we have been mentioned at 50 India-based battery companies, most innovative in Startup India. We have also been mentioned in Futurology, that is a UK-based media company, as 41 most innovative India-based battery companies and 20 most innovative India-based energy storage companies. I have been also invited as a panelist in virtual session of e-mobility for sustainable ecosystem in Uttar Pradesh that was headed by the government officials of Uttar Pradesh, and that was organized by Ashokam. We have also won, we are one of the top 50 startups for the Venturized Global Startup Challenge that was organized by Invest Karnataka and TIE Bangalore. So when we talk about the electric vehicle market size, it is around 220 million USD right now in 2022, and it is expected to grow at a CAGR 94.4%, which will be around 169 billion USD in 2030. If we talk about the energy storage market, it is around 10 billion USD in 2022, which is expected to grow at a CAGR of 16.9%, and which will reach around 31 billion USD in 2029. So energy storage market covers electric vehicles and telecom towers and the solar energy storage systems. So these are some of our customers. We are supplying to Mahindra Steel Auto Trucks Limited. They are manufacturing golf carts and mini trucks. We are supplying to GMR. We are supplying battery packs to GMR for battery swapping stations for airports. And these are some of our other customers. These are mainly electric vehicles manufacturers. So like we are in a talk with different international companies for technology support for making our battery packs. So these are the picture of some of our products. We are making it for various applications like e-bikes, e-rickshaws, electric cycles. So we are also working on battery as a service model, where the customers can lease our battery packs and also subscribe to a subscription plan if they want. It will help in them, like they do not need to purchase the battery pack by themselves, and it will help in reducing the upfront cost of their vehicles. It will also address to the shorter range issues of EV, as they can just go to the battery charging stations or battery swapping stations, and then they can replace their battery packs there. It will be less time consuming than filling the petrol. It will just take around 1 to 2 minutes to just place their battery packs on the battery swapping stations and then take it back. Customers also do not need to worry about the warranty, as like they just need to take the battery pack and just give it to the battery swapping stations. So this is our business tractions. We started in 2018-2019, and like our turnover was around 46 lakhs. Next year, we reached around 1 CR. In 2020 to 2021, we reached around 3 CR. And last year, our turnover was around 4.5 CR. So these are our projections for next 2 years, like financial year 2024 to 2025. So like if we say this number of battery packs for these applications, we can easily reach to 50 CR in a financial year. And as you can see, like these numbers are not that big. Even one e-bike manufacturer can give us 3,000 battery pack order per month. And like we are planning to export 3 to 5% export during these 2 years. So in 2027 to 2028, we have a like projection of 2000 CR. And like we just need to sell this number of battery packs, and our export amount will be around 8 to 10% in that. In 2029 to 2030, we are expecting around 5,000 CR turnover, and we will be exporting around 13 to 15% of our battery packs to different international companies. So this is our funding ask. We are raising 4 CR on a valuation of rupees 40 CR, and we will use that money in different things like hiring, sales and marketing, R&D, capital expenditures, and supply chain management. So these are the picture of some of the exhibitions that we participate every year all over the country. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Manish. Thanks for taking your time. Yeah, we're open for questions.
Yeah, Manish, I have a question, because here this is obviously a very highly evolving market, and because most of the EV producers will have their own battery manufacturing. So today, they maybe some people are buying from you for their pilot project or testing it and all. But when they go to a scale, they will obviously they put their own, unless they get huge supply chain advantage from you. And because these are thousands of crores of investments they are going to the EV.
Yes, sir.
So
But
once they may be buying now because of some scale, some testing and pilot and all.
yes, sir. But sir, they also need to spend a lot of amount to manufacture these battery packs. So we will helping them in like maintaining their expenditures for this raw material. And like you can see, no OEMs is like you can see Maruti, they are not manufacturing their items by themselves. As like our industry also, like nobody is going, like some company will be doing that, but not every company will be going with their own battery packs.
No,
because it comes with very headache also.
They have special spare parts, specialized customized spare parts. They may give into OEM and others spare part supply. But here it is general battery you are supplying. So you need to have a huge supply chain advantage, maybe cost advantage, maybe you have some technology where you are patented, they can't do. That is why they will stick to you. Otherwise, once the economy comes, they will do their own, and that they do also now.
No, actually, sir, as I tell you about like recent manufacturers that we are dealing with. So like if like they can spend that amount in the electric vehicles that they will that they will do in our battery packs.
Continuing that question is, in your 4 crore ask, you only put 10% R&D. I thought you would have put at least substantially more in R&D. So this is so fast evolving.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, technology is like we are already into the market from last 5 years, and like we better understand this because we have done everything practically. So like there is nothing as that technology in this. We are already working on thermal management. We are already making smart battery packs. So like, yeah, I don't think that that much amount is required for R&D right now.
So that's what Kodak thought, and they were washed out now.
What, sir?
Kodak film thought that they were leading, you know everything about it, but suddenly digital came and wiped them out.
Okay.
You cannot say you know.
For that we are already in talks with different international companies for like technological support.
So, but are they going to get free? Because you only put 10% of your ask.
Yeah.
It's not going to be free. It's going to be expensive.
So yes, I see it, India being behind. All the technology R&D would be more abroad, and then India, like Serum Institute, it's become such a big company through technology of a third party. They don't have patent products. So similarly,
to get association, they have to substantial part of their revenue they have to give them.
Yeah, he'll have to give substantial royalty, but instead of R&D, he'll have to give royalty or technological transfer.
Which is not projected in the future earnings.
Yeah, so that part we'll have to look at what terms.
R&D is put low and is not put any royalty. for buying technology.
True. That part is missing. I agree. Manish, you understood that?
Yeah, I
If it
understand.
does not go into R&D, it will go into technology transfer, so to say.
Yeah.
Like Manish has started speaking to a few international players for technology transfer or.
I'm tired with like I'm just talking to many companies and I'm getting good feedbacks from there, because like they are also interested in investing or like having a tie-up with Indian companies because they understand this market.
Yeah, open for questions from anyone. Last questions.
How long will this 4 crores last?
What, sir?
How long will your 4 crores last?
How long?
This
Runway,
4 crore.
Next fundraise will be when? But if you raise fund.
So next year we will go for that.
So
4
1
crore
year.
will be no 1 year. Okay.
Yeah.
1 year or less?
So
When
1
will
year or you can say 1 year or less.
1 year or less. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Manish. Thanks for your pitch. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, we'll go to Senthil and Christy from Team BOXFILE. Yeah, over to you, Senthil. You can share your screen. BOXFILE is a Cohort 2 startup. Yeah, I'm happy to see their progress in that domain. Yeah, go ahead. But Surya, you must have seen it before also. Yeah. You can even rate them before, after. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So thanks everyone. Thanks, Girish, and thanks everyone for the opportunity and the time. Okay, so brief about BOXFILE. What is that we are into? We are a contactless audit platform, and our vision is to build world's largest blockchain-driven audit platform, so that we'll be able to automate the entire audit process for the chartered accountants who are part of the independent firms or part of the corporates. And who we are, right? Asenthil, myself, I'm the CEO, and Joseph Christie, who is also on the call. We both are batchmates from BITS Pilani. We are 1999 batch. And and we have a common friend, Venki, who is the CTO of the organization. All of us put together, we come with close to 65 plus years of experience. And also come with a complementing skill set. I take care of in the past, I was working on the products and product delivery. Christy more into the SME and business, and he was the ex-CEO of Caseware, which was one of the audit software firms in his past experience. And Venki, he was taking care of technology and was with Cognizant and one of the key player in terms of managing the overall corporate security for Cognizant. And BOXFILE has been recently recognized by the Tamil Nadu government, and we are the grant winner. And we got recently incubated in NSR CEL IIM Bangalore. And these are the few things that we want to highlight before we get started. And what is the kind of challenge that we are looking at for the chartered accountants, both in practice and also as part of the corporate globally? When we look at audit, the audit quality is becoming imperative. And as the economies grow, the risk of company failures and the cost of failure is way higher. And there should be a tighter governance in terms of audit and audit quality. And as the economies grow, there is a stringent compliance and regulatory change that is coming in, that we are seeing in India. Recently, NFRA, ICAI, RBI are all imposing, in terms of audit quality and mandating, the adherence of the compliance and the standards by individual auditors. And at the same time, right, the huge volume of data flows in, right? Do we have an effective system in place, a cohesive system in place, which will be able to, pull out meaningful insights? Currently, the team is lacking, right? Auditors and the fraternity is kind of lacking a cohesive system which will be providing them the insights. And at the same time, they handle bundles of document. At any point in time, they have to maintain 6 to 7 years of documents, and most of it is kind of stored, and there are lapses in terms of data that is being lost. So these are the key challenges that auditors and the firms are struggling with. And when we look at what is the size of the market, we are looking at close to a $2 billion market globally in terms of the CA firms and the corporate, and which is being supported by the few of the research firms that we have got into the glimpse of. And what is that our solution that we are providing, right? It is a cloud-based audit and analytics driven by blockchain. And it goes two parts to it, right? We have two end of customers. One is the CAs who are in practice, and the CAs who are part of corporates. Our initial and primary focus is going to be the CAs who are in practice. We have platform built for them on cloud, for tax, audit, practice management, office, timesheet, and so on and so forth, all put in one single platform. And now we are looking at bringing in the blockchain part of it, so that it can be decentralized, so that we get a blockchain based audit and data management system for them, so that the end user who is sharing the data will be the owner of the data. At the same time, we are building a platform which for the analytics, which is going to be blockchain driven. And the current platform, we are onboarding the corporate and individual users as a free users, so that when we get into the next phase of it, we will already have the new segment of users in our platform. So that is what we are looking at, and it is going to be an end-to-end SaaS platform for the CAs is what we are aspiring to provide. And if you look at the solution tenets, it is going to be a contactless platform audit, and it is going to come with the enterprise grade security, and it's blockchain driven automated workflows, and they have suite of analytic tools that are going to be available, and the document exchange collaboration within the firms and with their clients, everything happens in the platform, which is all going to put together in terms of benefits to them is improving in productivity, significant cost reduction, adherence to the audit quality and compliance, and all the documents are stored and the trails are maintained. So which is going to be providing them the efficiencies at the optimal cost, at the same time improving the quality and the productivity. That is what the value proposition that we are looking at providing to our end customers. And with respect to blockchain, we have recently partnered with Condola. If you look at Solana, which is kind of providing 3,400 transactions per second, is kind of the highest efficient system in place. But Condola has come up with a new protocol, where they will be able to process 1 million transactions per second, which is going to be a real time. So it is going to be a mass market kind of network. So that's where we are going to use that as a backbone to do all the the digital sign-offs and the digital document shares between the client and the CA firms and so on and so forth. That is where we are seeing a better opportunity in taking an advantage of this kind of network in building the blockchain based decentralized application, so that we provide the highest level of security for the audited and unaudited data that gets exchanged over the net. And if you look at our go-to-market strategy, what we are building is a global platform, and we want to definitely take it to the Western and international market. But our strategy is to first try it out in Indian market. This is where we got the volume, and we are looking at different channels. One is direct sales, and then partnering with the respective councils and the organizational bodies. And also we are working with channel partners who already have kind of tie up in selling the products to the CAs. This being a closed circle and closed community, that's where we wanted to take an advantage of channel partnership. And at the same time, we have also initiated a conversation with one of the UAE-based management firm, where we can start exploring the channel partnership opportunity, as they are recently got into the taxation and audit. So that's where we see a niche market and a potential opportunity available in UAE region. So that is where we are right now in discussion in terms of establishing the partnership with one of the firm. And if you look at our business model, it is going to be straight off SaaS, and per user per year kind of model is what we are looking at, both phase 1 and phase 2. At this point, the product that we have, we are pricing it at around 10,000 rupees, roughly 120 USD per user per year kind of model is what we are looking at. If you look at the key competition, yes, it is kind of a bit crowded, but they have pocket solutions, right? And if you look into risk and analytics, there are quite a few companies. Practice management, there are quite a few. And if you look at working papers and workflow, there are some. And what we have built so far is a practice management and a workflow integrated kind of platform. And where we want to go is providing a holistic solution, which is going to be a blockchain based solution, so that it is a one of a kind of the solution in the globe, for the audit and accounting industry, where they will be able to take the advantage of speed of tools. We can draw a parlance with Zoho, right? How we have suite of tools available with Zogo. This is suite of tools for the CAs. That's how we are looking at it. Is more of an operating system for CAs is what we are building. And quick glimpse into how far we have come across. A company got incorporated in 2020. In the last 1.5 2 years, we have been completely into heads down a product development. This being a compliance product, yeah, we have put our effort and energy so far in building it. We went live this year, and we have released quite a few products in mid of this year. We are looking at ITR and blockchain enabled products to be releasing in the upcoming year. This is what we have come across, and we are taking this global by
This is your last minute.
Yeah, later half of next year. And right now we have 250 paid users, and and in pipeline we have 750 plus users who are currently trying out and using it, and in a different stage of the pipeline and the funnel of the sales cycle. And the overall revenue projection, we are looking at close to $100,000 in year one, and 1 million ARR in year two is what we want to accomplish. Our ask is 1.6 crores, and we are predominantly going to focus on sales and marketing for scaling in India, and a good amount of in product development, because we are getting a good feedback, and they want a suite of ancillary audits and products developed in the same platform. That's what we want to spend. And few accolades recognized by startup TN. We got a recognition from the union government, and thank you. So I'm open for questions.
Yeah, 1.6 crore, that what valuation? I didn't hear that.
So we are looking at both in terms of getting this in the convertible debentures is what at this point we are looking at.
Current MRR, what is your current MRR?
Current MRR is 1 lakh is what we are doing, and we are looking at scaling it to 5 to 7 lakh kind of an MRR in the upcoming months. With the
users in how many CA firms?
250 users. We got 4 CA firms. And yeah, we are getting good traction with the enterprise clients, and also small and medium clients are started seeing as the government start pushing, NFRA starts pushing for getting the audit evidences, and MCA is asking for all these reports to be filed along with other reports, right? We start seeing slow traction being picking up in small and medium, and couple of good signs that we have also seen with the enterprise firm is one of the enterprise firm whom we have sold, they have referred the product to their joint auditors, looking at all the products and features. And one of the old firm kind of evaluating it, they came back with no feedback, and they were supposed to get 50, and they are going with 100 licenses now, and in a month or two we will be selling 100 more licenses with internal audit being
3 CAs central here, so there are good amount of questions. So let's give over to you, Madhav. All the 3 CAs on the panel. Over to you.
Okay.
My first question is the back office for CA firms. Any large big four clients?
Big Four have got their own internal tools. So we've got Varman Verma, PKF, and such firms actually already starting to use our platform.
Once you have big firms, you can also give them additional things like the practices in Australia can be shared with US practices. So there are a lot of other things, features you can fit in.
Correct.
But big firms are very choosy. You have to really show big value proposition, and you're still only back office. Still not automated the audit part of it. Still humans are handling it. So there are human errors will occur. How will you support that?
So with respect to the human errors in terms of the judgment part of it, that is still going to be, that is where they are going to identify the inferences and put in as their audit notes. So that is something that we are not automating. The end vision that we are looking at is complete decentralization, when we are going to have the decentralized billing, invoicing, and accounting, and which is going to be eventually the bookkeeping system is going to come in using the blockchain. That is where the end stage that we are envisioning is no auditor actually doing the audit job, because it is all kind of decentralized and it has been validated. So the product that we have, definitely it is going to require auditors to look into the documents, draw inferences, audit judgment is going to be there, and they are the one who is going to sign the document, dotted lines.
Yeah, my question here is, if suppose there is a case against the audit firm, will be able to defend themselves saying that I have done due diligence?
Correct. Correct.
Yes.
That's the question.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So as per Companies Act, they will be able to maintain proper audit trails. They'll have proper documentation, audit evidence, everything gathered together. So if it's not documented, it's not done. So all that working papers, they will be able to maintain in an online format. So if at all they're getting tapped on the shoulder by review board or the professional bodies, they will be able to sort of back them up with actual data showing that this is what we have done. And since it is going to be on the blockchain, it is immutable data. So they can actually also defend themselves by saying
And
that,
they can focus on the person who's made the mistake in error judgment.
Yes, yes.
Exactly.
And also the document exchange, right? anything that we are requesting today, most of the time, it gets shared through the pen drive or Gmail. The server sits somewhere else, right? The audited and unaudited data is floating around in the web, right? But what we are making sure is the data centers are sitting in the respective geography. If it is India, it is in India. If it is UAE, it sits in Abu Dhabi or Dubai. So that the data that gets exchanged between so-and-so company to the CA firm, can happen in our platform within the, the geography that's the company and the CA firm premises is based out of. So we are making sure that, it is not crossing the boundaries as well.
Yeah, but nowadays, the companies are giving access to the SAPs and all that to auditors. So do you capture that?
Sorry, could you please repeat your
Suppose the
question?
companies are using SAP.
Uh-huh.
So they give the access to the auditors to the SAP.
Uh-huh.
So do you have a control over that?
Yes. So what we are doing is, for any stat audit, the starting point is going to be a trial balance. So we have our chart of accounts. It can be any bookkeeping system. It can be a SAP, Oracle, Tally, or QuickBooks, Zoho, or Xero, right? Anything, we can get that. And, it's a one-time activity where they have to do the mapping of, the respective, trial balance with the chart of accounts of BOXFILE. And it is then the further process is automated, right? If you want to do any adjustments, all that materiality, so on and so forth, planning, lead sheets, with the respective heads. And if they want to add anything with the heads, it all can be done in the platform. And now what we are building is going to be the ledger scrutiny, ratio analysis, sampling, aging, which all needs to be kind of referred, as part of the stat audit, right? All that inferences can be tagged in one single platform. If not, I need to run behind, multiple platform. And, to your prior question, we can completely eliminate the sampling part. If it is all done through blockchain, the complete thing gets validated. There is no requirement for a sampling at all, right?
So because 100% audit.
Yeah.
Only request Senthil shorter answers because we may have a lot of questions. Yeah, over to you, Saroj, Chetan. Any questions from you?
Yeah, that I just because see, only thing, one correction is I wanted to make. You said 6-7 years you have to keep the record. Actually, legally you have to keep 8 years. If there is litigation going on, it's unlimited period.
Correct.
For the audit.
Yes.
And this is by the act. Yeah. And now coming here, because a lot of business warehousing solution available, we sit on top of the ERP to do analysis. And the storage of data also today happens in the cloud. And every CA firm also have a lot of software available. Maybe what you are saying is blockchain based, because you will give more privacy, more security, more authentication and all. But I can tell you is that maybe what is the blockchain decentralized benefit? I'm yet to understand from your product, but that is what you are saying is available. There are plenty of products, but I also say that there is a plenty of market.
Yes.
But audit is becoming highly complicated. Because it's not only about IFRS, not about Indian standards or your company's act, SEBI guidelines, presently the ESG guidelines, so many other things are evolving. So are you quick enough to take care of all those requirements? Just look at that.
Yes, sir. We have made that platform, completely configurable in terms of any checklist, the changes, the complaints, all those things, the agility is there in the platform. India is IFRS with minor tweaks and turns, and we give all that handle and flexibility to the CA firms. They don't need to come to even BOXFILE. Any changes coming in, they update the questionnaire, push the template for the next subsequent audit cycle. They are good to go, so that from the compliance part they have the latest.
No, Saroj's question is compliance is becoming more complicated beyond CAs also. His question is, are you evolving with the changing times? Yes. GDPR compliances, ESG compliances, going beyond CA firms also. Privacy compliances, security compliances. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, sir. And we have, from the UAE firm, what we are discussing, the one of the major audit that happens in UAE in the oil and refinery is health and safety audits kind of. So that is where, right, we are looking at building, those kind of workflows, right, completely configurable so that you can do, IT audit, operation audit, ISO audit kind of. So it is kind of a domain agnostic platform is what we have built.
Okay. Chetan, any question from you?
What's the unit economics? I mean, what do you charge? I mean, how does that work?
Right now, what we are charging, for the enterprise version of the software where they get, office timesheet billing, audit, and income tax return documentations, it is 10,000 rupees is what we are charging, and we are also charging additionally,
10,000 rupees per person, per year, per month, per minute. How's it?
Per person per year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Per user, you mean?
Yeah.
Per user. Okay. Sorry, go ahead. You're saying something else.
Yeah, and based on the engagements that they are creating, it is going to be 1,000 rupees per engagement. Stat audit, internal audit, so on and so forth, as they create the files in the system.
Okay, so I didn't quite understand that. So when you say engagement, so I've got 5 employees, so I would imagine it's 50,000 rupees.
Yes.
Incremental to that would be 1,000 rupees one time, 1,000 rupees.
Yeah, it is, the more the number of engagements, say if you are running 20 audits, probably you need to buy 20 files, then it is going to be costing you, 20,000 rupees. Or if you are just doing 10, it is going to costing you 10,000 rupees, 50,000 plus 10,000.
Okay, so I'll give you an example. So I've got 20 clients and I do 3 lines of work, which is statutory audit, internal audit, and tax filing.
Perfect.
And I have 10 employees. So what will it cost me to use your platform for all your services?
Okay, so if it is going to be 10 employees, the base cost is going to be 1 lakh.
Yep.
And you have 20 clients, you are doing a stat audit and internal audit, can't be done by the same firm.
Yeah, I mean, that's correct. It will be one assignment.
Either one, yes, one assignment. In that case, if there are 20 audits needs to be done, it is going to be 20,000 more. And for ITR, there is no engagement cost. So it is just 1 lakh plus 20,000 for 20 clients for doing 20 different types of audits.
Okay.
That's for per user.
Yes.
And 10 means 1,20,000 into 10.
No, 1,20,000 total.
1,20,000
per user plus 2,000 per incident.
So if a large number of 100
person.
users means 1,000,000 rupees.
1 lakh, yeah. 10 lakhs, yes. 100 users will be 10 lakhs, right, Sarthy?
Correct.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes, yes.
And every employee needs to be a user?
Yes. And every employee needs to be a user, since, all these regulations, guidelines, each of them needs to sign. They play a different role, right? Partner, quality reviewer, auditor, so on and so forth. Yes.
Yeah. But if I have 5 interns or 5 article clerks, can I have 1 login?
We are giving the flexibility of, having an active and deactive users. They cannot use it as a parallel logins, but the user can be added and you can have them activated and deactivated.
Okay.
Fine. Thanks, Senthil. Actually, a lot of inputs because all our panelists are CS, so there'll be a lot of inputs, but we have to stop here. Thanks, Senthil. Thanks, Christy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
thanks.
bye.
Thanks for the questions. Thank you.
Bye. Yeah. So over to the last pitch for today, which is EASO.STORE. It's a fast commerce platform. Over to you, Shiraz. Yeah, you can share. Fast commerce community buying platform.
Yeah, you can see my screen?
Yes, Shiraz.
Okay. So we are EASO.STORE. It's a revolutionary, rewarding group shopping experience that we are building. And
Shiraz, just turn on your video, no? Turn on your video.
Okay. Yeah. I'm Shiraz Khan, and I'm a serial entrepreneur. And I've built 2 businesses from the ground up. One is currently running profitably. And Pradeep has 2 decades in retail. He's worked with the likes of Future Retail, Future Group, DMart, Vadwan Retail, Hypercity, etc. Then we have Hiren, who handles the operations, the warehousing, the deliveries. And we have Ashish, who's done the whole UI, UX, the product design, A/B testing. And as an advisor, we have a technical person. Then the problem that we are solving for is high food inflation persistent in the country, low savings opportunity for majority household from need-based perspectives, switching between apps to find the best deals and discounts on products, and growth in online shopping has made it a very individual activity. What the solution provides is when you shop in groups, you can do bulk purchasing and get discounts. You can share, take recommendations, see who's buying. Then you generate huge amount of savings through our loyalty and rewarding system. And these points can be used to buy aspirational goods and also help counter inflation. To give a company overview, we are a first of its kind digital community-based shopping experience in India. It's an e-commerce platform for your basic daily essentials. And we have developed a proprietary rewarding system that helps you earn every time someone else shops. The workflow is you can earn up to, say, 9,000 a month by doing essentially nothing, and it can be used to redeem your monthly groceries from time to time. Your earning from your referrals lasts forever. You have to invite 15 people and encourage them to invite more people into your groups. And that's how you create the tree. At 25% occupancy, you can earn about 2,000 a month and so on and so forth, leading to 100%, which is 9,000 a month. What this helps us do is create a loop where when your community shops, you earn, and when you shop, others earn. Keeps bringing you back to the platform. This is some of the screenshots from the app. And on the right side, you can see how we are displaying the credits and your referrals, your groups, your earning history. Key highlights are you can track your groups and referrals. There's complete transparency of credits and points earned. There's no restrictions on how the points are used. You can use all your credits to make one purchase, and every credit is equal to 1 rupee. And when you shop in groups, you can share the discounts. The target groups are cooperative housing society, commercial office space, membership clubs, fitness, health groups, hobby and social clubs, activity groups, housewives, mothers, relatives, friends. Then our business model is first we'll tie up with cash and carries everywhere we can and build off of that. After benchmarking, we run on margins from 8 to 12%. We have the delivery will be handled by us. We have third-party people who we've tied up with, and eventually we'll move to an inventory model. The total market is 12 billion. Will be 12 billion in the next 5 years, from which we can service about 6.8 billion, and we will hope to obtain 1.5% of that. So our go-to market is more of a digital approach, and we aim to acquire customers by giving them sign-up bonuses, referral bonuses, then promotional offers, cashbacks, then give them free delivery, give them wholesale rates, and then we also plan to have a cross usage of EASO credits. So this is the competitive landscape, and we are a first of its kind community sharing model. There's no upper limits to points earned. Earn when others shop. That's a unique loyalty point system, and you can redeem all your points for your monthly grocery for food. It's as good as free. And this is how we are placed within the market. This is our roadmap. Year one, we want to develop the platform, launch in Mumbai, operate under a cash and carry. Then year 2 and 3, we expand to other cities, move to an inventory model, increase marketing activities. Then year 4 and 5, we hit at least 20 cities, open warehouses across all, and foray into private labeling. And then in the future, we aim to have cross usage of EASO points in a major way, where you can even pay for different bills like your cab bills or something else, your phone bills with that. And we aim to have our own EV delivery fleet and gamification of EASO points. This is our projections of 40-month break-even period. Average order value is 1,400 and gross profit levels achieved is 13% margin. The investment required right now is 10 CR, which we aim to spend in this manner, which is 40% on marketing, 30% on building the product, and some on back office expenses and supply chain, which is salaries. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Shiraj. That was quick. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we're open for questions.
So your fundamental proposition is you're a grocery online shop and using MLM as GTM.
It's not an MLM sort of thing, but it has that kind of structure. So you don't have to sell anything to anyone. Everyone is just buying their own home needs. That's it. And we are starting with the grocery market because we feel it's a more recurring purchase and high frequency. That's why we are starting the grocery market. It can be applied to.
Grocery market is full of giants. Amazon is there, Flipkart is there, Big Basket is there. How will you compete? Zepto has come.
Correct. That's quick commerce, but Zepto and all, they're facing a major challenge in terms of average bill value, and they are facing heavy losses. We want to concentrate on the monthly basket and promote group buying and giving more discounting, which makes it easier for them to make purchases.
So how do you manage group buying? I don't understand that. Are you going to say my neighbor and me have to buy the same item?
No, it's a bill level thing. So that's one way we can do it. So you can say, this is the list of things you want to order, and additionally, you will get an 5% or 10% additional discount on the whole bill.
So again, it's discount based. So items may not match. So you won't get group buying advantages. You're not aggregating group buying into silos.
I didn't get that.
So I'm saying if I am buying carrots, not necessarily that all my members buy carrots.
No, everyone does not have to buy carrots. If you're buying carrots and your neighbor wants tomatoes, you all can club that and create a higher bill to get a higher discount. That's one way of doing it. And then there's a product level also where you buy, instead of buying 1 carrot, you buy 20 carrots and get an additional 10% discount.
So that getting a 20 carrots level, you have to collaborate with your other people. So I have no knowledge about what the others are buying.
Basically, we have created the loyalty system, which helps you make referrals, and you can see what people are buying in your group and interact with the group and make purchases accordingly.
So every morning I have to get up in a group and say, let's buy carrots today, is it?
You can do that as well, or you can just do your own shopping and achieve that as well.
I just missed 2-3 slides, but is it idea stage now?
We are on the verge of going live. It'll take us another 15 to 18 days.
But is it not a real challenge? You are asking 10 crore at a stage of idea.
It is a challenge. We worked with a certain firm and they helped us use the discounted cash flow model, and we are flexible on that. But we know we'll need to raise a lot to ramp up, and so we need to also save some equity for future rounds.
No, to make it more practicable, can you not go fundraising step by step, not your operations, not your go-to-market stage, not the product development and all, but fundraising has to be bit step by step, no?
Correct. So we've bootstrapped. We built a platform. We have a small team, so we are already on our way to go live. So we started looking for funds.
How much you have spent already?
I must have spent about 30 lakhs building the platform, some salaries.
That is a real challenging, definitely. You want to see more vision. Yeah.
Any questions from anyone else? Yeah. But what the suggestion is look at fundraise step by step instead of attempting a high jump, it will be impractical. That's the suggestion which I second Saroj's point. Yeah.
Okay, so look for a smaller round, like 2-3
Plan
crores.
fundraise. See, plan fundraise and be lean and effective in fundraise. See, if we'll give you 10 crores, you'll put Times of India full page ad saying I'm cheaper than Zepto, faster than Zepto. So think of more creative and agile modes of best utilization of fund. If it is your money, if you are Ambani son, would you invest 10 crores immediately? Yeah, think on those lines. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that becomes a tough thing for an investor, yes, but we know exactly where we'll spend the money, so we won't have
break it up. That's what, break it up instead of
we won't have random ads, spending a big budget on a Times ad when we've not even done digital first and built a platform what we need to cover a whole city properly.
So if I spend 10 crore, out of that 9.5 crores for next 6 months to 1 year, you will put in fixed deposit. You know that.
Any last question from anyone? No? Okay. So thanks everyone. And it was a wonderful demo day of Cohort 7. Really enjoyed all the 7 presentations. Thanks, and we'll be sharing the feedback with you in the form of a report by Saturday. Saturday day end, you'll get a report from us, all the Cohort 7 startups. Cohort 6
Thank you.
Sorry. Yeah.
Also request everyone to complete the feedback form.
Yeah, request everyone to complete the feedback form if not done, but I think most of us have completed it. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Nice
thanks, Surya. Thanks,
See you.
Sarosh. Thanks, Chetan. Thanks, Amar.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks everyone for your time. Thank you.
Bye.